Good morning. Good morning. Is it still morning? Yeah, it's still morning. Good morning, everybody. Let me say hi to the folks in the chat. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Denver. Hey, North Side Wavy. Lee Kings. Good morning. Good morning, Jones. Good morning, Shannon. Good morning, Bree. Good morning, Casey. Good morning, pretty chick. Good morning, Blue Skies. Good morning, Kenya. Good morning, Chelsea. Chelsea, I have to email you back because I want us to have a little chit chat. There's something I need that I got going on that I need you and Tall Glass and some others to participate in. Um, so I will email you soon. Good morning, Jess Johnson. Good morning, Tall Glass. Good morning, Antonio. Good morning, Deanna. Good morning, Kenzie. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Johanna Lee. Good morning, Kayla. Good morning, Nisi. Good morning, Kiki. Good morning, Letitia. Good morning, Nick. Who I need to. I saw a message you put in the chat yesterday on my next live on my backup channel. I'm gonna talk about that. We need to talk. Okay. I saw that message. Good morning, Lola. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, Goldmine. Good morning, Creek. Good morning, Kiki. Good morning, Miss Green Eyes. Good morning, Classy Coco. Good morning, Tinquita. I'm messing up. Good morning, T Mac. Good morning, Life with Lauren. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, M. Patterson. Good morning, MK John. Good morning, Charlene. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Queen E. Good morning, Serena. Good morning, J Town. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Jenny D. Good morning, Kristen. Good morning, Nicholas. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Natural. Good morning, Long Hair Don't Care. Long hair don't care. We got to talk. Thank you for that message. I got your message. Good morning, Renanda. Good morning, Tyler. Good morning, Glam. Good morning, Latanya. Good morning, Hitman. Good morning, Ash. Good morning, Miss Fat. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, Doc Sir Rock. Good morning, Joe Boyle. Good morning, Tabby. Good morning, Frederick. Good morning, Late Night. Good morning, Genuine. Good morning, Hood Information. Good morning, Shayla. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Darnell. Good morning, Rayshana. Good morning, Diamond. Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Rashad. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Loving. Good morning, Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Good morning, Steph. Good morning, Goldie. Good morning, Atlanta Housewife. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Shuri. All right, guys. Good morning, everybody. I came in later. We have 361 of you guys in here. I guess y'all was waiting on me. Y'all gotta give a shout out to you digging me, y'all. You digging me, send me a message. She was like, no live. She's like, no live. I'm like, girl, leave me alone. Trying to get myself together here. Trying to get myself together mentally, physically, and all that. So I'm live because of you digging me, harassing me. But good morning, everybody. I'm going up the stairs and going into my little room here. You guys see the message that I put in here. It says the setup is real, and there's no mistake about it. I got a couple of some information, right? I don't know how true the information is. I have not vetted the information, and but I just want to let you guys know there is some information given to me in regarding to this whole YSL case, right? And I also got some information about the R. Kelly case. I know a lot of folks, those two cases don't match, but um, there is truly an agenda, and you guys know some of this agenda from way back in the days, and Y'all know the agenda, right? But there's some facts in this particular case. And I know y'all, I know they're in the chat, I know they're listening, but I gotta let you guys know some of the stuff that I was privy into getting information about. One of those things happened to do with financial gain. Um, and I don't know, this is speculation, this is allegedly. Let me go ahead and put my little my disclaimer here. Let me put it up. Let me put my disclaimer here and let you guys know what it says. Disclaimer. As a professional blogger, my role is to deliver news and information from all sides of the issue. The content shared in this channel represents factual reporting to the best of my ability. Okay. The information I'm providing to you guys is firsthand information from individual who knows exactly, who shared with me, who witnessed this information. Okay. A lot of us think is some things have to do with political, some things have to do with but well, the bulk of it is financial. It's political too, but it's more financial than it is any of that. Okay. And anytime you have a man, a black man of color, and you guys already know that. You already know from past history with Prince and Michael Jackson and all these individual, even Bill Cosby, anytime they're ready to move up the ladder of success or want to gain something, and there is always a stop that wants to be put on these individuals because it gives them so much power, right? Gives them so much power, and it's dangerous for them to see a black man or man of color to have that much power. They have already influence in the industry that they're in, right? But for them to have that financial backing with the influence, that to them is dangerous. It's a danger for them. So, as you guys already know, during this whole arrest of Mr. Williams, there was some property taken. There were some things taken before they even went to court, right? Before all of this ever really dropped. Forfeitures and things like that don't happen until the person actually loses in a case. But with Mr. Williams, they had already seized a lot of his belongings and property, right? You guys are listening to me? They seized his property. When he went down, guys, if you guys remember the interview that I had with Mr. Williams' dad, Big Jeff, and Big Jeff talked about how when around, I think 2022, I don't remember exactly the year, but Jeffrey and Gunner, and as well as the district attorney at the time, went down to Rice Street to bond out individual who could not afford to bond out because these are people from the community who don't have the finances to get bonds. So what they did is they bonded out quite a few individuals so they can fight their fight out in the public, right? Be able to be part of their defense team for when their attorneys go fight their fight. They are there to help their attorneys out, right? So Miss Willis was one of the individuals that was there during the time when Mr. Jeffrey Williams did all that, right? Cassie said you heard. Yeah, yes, you heard all of this. All of this was heard. Yeah, I know, I know. So that was what is allegedly thought as the trigger. That trigger. The trigger is this young man has the financial resources and the know-how and the popularity for him to be able to do this. So that was like an aha idea moment. And I'm not saying exactly that's how it happened, but this is something to take a note of. Okay. So when they came about to start this whole process of this RICO, the first group of people they decided to come after was Mr. Williams and the YFN Lucci. But Lucci was not the big target. The big target, it was Jeffrey Williams, because Jeffrey Williams recently had purchased some land. Someone mentioned 100 acres, and he had a lot of influence in the rap industry and influence in the community. So before the arrest happened, during the arrest, they seized a lot of his property. A lot. In fact, one of the individuals, the guy with the guy that had the jury, remember the jury guy? Well, he put in for them to give him back his property, because those property didn't belong to Mr. Williams. So he put in the paperwork to request his property back. Like the diamond ring. I think I showed you guys that in my old video. I had the documents and I showed you all of the stuff that they had taken that actually did not belong to Mr. Williams, belonged to the guy, the jury guy. So he wanted his stuff back. And I think that he was able to get his stuff back. But they got a lot of different properties. A lot. Oh, Roll Up says he went. Hold on a second. Roll Up said that when I fought the state of Georgia, they seized all my property and told me I shouldn't be a criminal. I was never convicted, but got my stuff back. Oh, wow. But the realtor gifted him some acres as well. Okay, I'm just reading some of you guys' messages. Put it in. There's 700 people in here. Hey guys, hey, hello everyone. But anyway, what was told to me was that a lot of there was a conversation. I don't know exactly how the conversation was, but I'm giving you because I'm a secondhand person. I'm not the first hand person that knows this, but there was a conversation with the DA's office, and that conversation stems from, this is all allegedly, y'all, allegedly, because I don't have the facts on it. It is allegedly that it was said, if Mr. William will give an X amount of dollars, this would disappear. It was also said that a particular party had asked a backing from Mr. William for campaigning, and Mr. William basically told them that no, or they have already chosen a different candidate. And it made an individual furious. I don't know. I don't know how true this is. This is alleged information, guys. This is alleged information. Just remember, I was not there. I don't know the facts behind it, but I can almost reassure you that something like this might have happened. Okay. So all of this is not by accident. If you guys remember Miss Rosenbaum, right? Rosenstein, the prosecutor that was on the state case, the Caucasian young lady who was caught on a hot mic, and then on the hot mic she says, "We don't care about these. We can't. We basically go not want the leader," and that leader was Mr. William. Okay, and if you notice, every single plea deal that has been given were from individuals from the inside, right? Individual who was looking for a way out, given information, thinking that they were going to help themselves, but they basically target Mr. William. You hear that, right? So I know we were all hoping that, once Glanville was off the case, that things would be different. Things would have changed. Things would have been a little bit easier. Um, and I'm not saying that the crimes did not happen. I'm not saying that that no one needs to be held accountable for crimes that actually um, were committed. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that out of 19, 20 months in a case that has supposedly was ready to go to trial, that we're at the stage of almost 20 months of this trial, and you're having stuff like pre-trial hearings and evidence reviewing, and this is unheard of. This is unheard of. This is not the way the justice system is supposed to operate. This is not the way. We spent a whole week, people, a whole week of going over phone records, phone calls, wiretaps, videos, stuff that should have been done way before this trial actually started. The trial's supposed to be going boom, 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 boom. Not trying to figure out, hey, are we going to put this in? Hey, let's object to this. Hey, why is this going? But why are we doing that right now? After almost 20 months of having a trial. The case, when the trial started, the real date of the trial started was January 4th, 2023. January 4th, 2023. And today is August 23rd, 2024. Okay. Everybody's saying, okay, but the trial actually started November last year, 2023. No, the trial on docket, on record, started January 4th, 2023. That is when they started jury selection. Jury selection should have not taken almost 11 months. Jason, I understand you said they are all guilty, okay? If they are all guilty, Jason, why are we still doing stuff from the beginning of the case? If it was a slam dunk type of case, why are we still doing stuff from the beginning? You answer that. Don't put in the chat they're guilty. You answer my question. Why, if it's a slam dunk case, if this was they got it, they know it. No, why are we still doing things that should have been done before trial actually started. Pre-trial hearings and all that kind of stuff. Why are we still doing that? That is what you need to be giving me answer for instead of repeating they're guilty, because you're about to get blocked. Because I need some answers from you, Jason. I need some answers from you. Give me some answers and don't keep putting guilty in there because you're about to get blocked in a minute. It doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter, Jason? Because they're black men? Is that the reason why they're black men? Their lives don't matter? That's what you're saying? All right, Mods, take care of him, please, because he's not answering the question that I asked him. He's not answering the question. So if he's not going to answer the question, he doesn't need to be. He needs to look from the bushes because he's trolling right now. Tyler, you are absolutely right. Tyler says here that she says people need to come to court to see the pain the family goes through. Tyler has been to court several times, and she has seen the family. That she's seen the interaction. She's seen the stuff that you guys don't get a chance to see. It's totally different when you're in the courtroom. It's totally different. All right, another one is in here. Okay, I guess the trollers are coming in here today, so I'm just gonna start blocking them. Mods, do the same. Stop blocking them. If they keep repeating the same thing, trying to spam my channel, please block them. Please block them, because if they keep repeating the same stuff, that means there are trolls in here. They're trolls. They're trying to just aggravate. They're trying not to let the message out. So just block them. Okay? All right. Now, Rodney said a comment that really hits home with what I'm saying. Rodney said, this is a case of transfer of wealth. Rodney, I agree. It's the transfer of wealth. Exactly. If I tell you one thing, if Mr. Williams decide to say, hey, state, I'll give you all of this money if you give me my freedom, I guarantee you they give him his freedom. I guarantee you. How much you make a bet, y'all? How much you make a bet? All of this would disappear if he gives them what they want. No, I'm not no, here's the deal. Somebody said Sylvia's blocking people is an infringement of their First Amendment right. No, that is not a First Amendment right. They have a right to talk wherever they want to talk, but they don't have a right to disrupt and spam and troll my channel. This is a private channel here. I'm not infringing on anybody's rights. They could still talk to somebody else. I'm not infringing any. Nope. I asked him a question and he was not. He kept repeating the same thing over and over. That's a form of spamming my channel, and I won't allow it. All right, let me go ahead and put this link in here for those who wants to talk, because obviously somebody. They're infringing on the rights of those individuals that's in court right now. It's not private if you allow the public to come in. It's private once I put in the block. Once they get blocked, it's private. I think that's arithmetic behavior. Okay, you could think whatever. You're entitled to think whatever you want to think. As long as you don't spam my channel, you quite to have your own opinion. You could have your own opinion. As long as you don't start repeating and saying the same thing and block and doing all kind of craziness, I'll let you talk. If not, you're gonna be blocked too. All right. Ashley. Hey Ashley.
Hey, how are you? I'm
I'm
always
good.
I'm always in your chat.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine.
I keep chatting you to make an Amazon wish list.
Amazon list.
Yeah, go into Amazon and make a wish list. Please.
Amazon wish list. Okay. I think you listening to me is a delay in there.
Oh, okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I knew she was gonna let everything in because I think Still is prepared. But I think yesterday, um, I was so disappointed when, and I think their rights are definitely have already been violated. But when she's telling the defense that you can just deal with it and you can't cross examine, it's okay if they don't have notes, because they're saying we can't cross-examine people without notes. We can't cross-examine people that aren't in the videos. They don't know the name of the people that aren't in the videos. Like, I'm like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. Like, when is this gonna stop?
Hmm.
Like, when are they gonna stop this?
I don't know. I really don't know. It seemed like the whole playing field is laid out for the state. That's what it seems like to me.
And I'm like, the state can't even they can't even finish an argument. Like, she's finishing their arguments. It's like she's on the prosecution team now. She's finishing their arguments. They don't know what they're arguing. Uh, one's now at the back of the table doing research, handing notes, stuttering. I'm like, it's just at a point where it's like the defendants are coming, sitting in a courtroom. Their rights are violated every single day. And then it's just like,
She went out. You went out, Ashley, again.
am I back on?
No,
Yeah,
you
you
still
tell me
low.
how you
Far
doing.
away.
Oh, am I
Hold
back?
on a second. Go ahead, Ashley.
I just think yesterday it was on full display, that they're letting everything in, that they are, this is a trial by ambush, and that their rights have been violated, and they're just going to continue it, and they're just going to let them do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Eddie, go ahead and thank you, Ashley.
All right.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, it's well, good morning still here where I'm at.
Come on.
Yeah, it's definitely a barrage in that courtroom. But I mean, the only thing that I see now is that the only hope is with the eight jurors of peers, because I
You
heard it was
mean
eight.
12,
Yeah,
12, 12, 12. It's 12 jurors.
yeah, no, but they say that eight of them is the least of the peers. See, the whole jury had to be of a peers. See, this is not only about, you know, thug them part of their ethnicity. It's about the rap label, the rap stuff as well. So you need somebody on the jury that uh, that that knows about that kind of a little something about that culture, and then
So
that goes
when you
down
say
to
eight, when you say eight, so are you because it was more than 8 to me
Well,
of the one of
16
the question.
jurors. Well,
Yeah,
well,
but it's more
16
than
juries. Well, it's 12 jurors and 4 alternates, correct?
yeah.
So I was just saying that 8 of them was black women, because that's what I heard.
More,
Okay.
but that's more than just black women. There was black men too.
Yeah. Okay. And it's a couple black men. I'm not too concerned about the black men. See, I know that black women think real far into the box. They never really experience what the black men experience. I'm not concerned about none of them. The only
Hold on a second. So everybody mute yourself, please. Everybody mute. Cody, that's you. Patrick, mute.
wait a minute, he said what?
Patrick, mute. Patrick, mute. Come on, it's Patrick. Hold on, let me mute him. Okay, go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, Eddie. Go
No,
ahead,
I was
Eddie.
just saying that. No, I was just saying that black men, I'm not too concerned, worried about that, because they understand what a black man experience with the police and all kind of stuff. Okay, what we need is we do need those women up there because they can think behind the box. Okay, they can think about, okay, well, we know they probably did something, but did they do this? All of this stuff they building up on these people, and the dots are not connecting. Okay, so there is really no conspiracy. Okay, because you don't have no one actually saying that they seen somebody doing anything to anybody. And the main thing that they keep coming up with is this murder of this guy Donovan Thomas. Then they talking about all these other shootings and people's houses getting shot up and things of this nature. But no one never seen anybody actually shoot anybody, okay, or do anything upon that nature. Then they talking about a little minor drug deals from back in 2015. Come on, man. They well, okay, they're gonna need more than that. They're gonna need actual people, and they don't have their main witness, okay. And I'm talking from experience, far as to where I'm 58 years old. I know about all that stuff. That guy Kenneth Copeland, if he would have been saying that, yeah, okay, yeah, Thug, we did this and we did this, and he's been impeached, okay. And as long as he stick to that story, those guys is going to walk, all right. Just as because their whole case is built off Kenneth Copeland. This what people not understanding, and a bunch of hearsay evidence. And if it don't make it in the trial court, it will be on appeal, and it's going back. That's just that simple. And then they did that Brady. Yeah, they had the little hidden meeting, and then they excluded Glanville. All of that still on the record. In the appeal court, gonna send it back. But you know what? Those black women. Well, I'm just gonna say I'm saying it like it is. Those black women, they know about all of that stuff. All right. And also, when people say, then I'm gonna land after this. When people say, "Oh, well, the jury, they've been out this and that," this jury has not been sequestered, right? They been off here and there, and you gonna tell me they ain't looked at none of this stuff? No social media or nothing. That's false. They have somebody told them something. They know about everything that we're talking about. They probably know way more than you, and they just waiting. Okay. Yeah, I land. I just want to say that I have faith in them. Yeah, them guys is going to walk.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Monica,
Quick,
Good
sure.
morning, Miss Sylvia.
good morning.
I think everybody too missing the picture that, Thugnum is gonna have like psychological issues. And I say that because I'm 54 and I was 18 when they tried to get me to become an informant for people that I knew of. And I went to jail for like 7 days for something God knows. And my kids and my family and anybody around me will tell you to this day, I'm like you. Don't do nothing around me because I'm going to tell it. But if I see you across the street, what you do, that's your business. I'm not finna go over there and say, oh, yeah, I seen Miss Sylvia over there and she was knocking on that man's door with a knife. That's not my business. So what they did to me is my baby was like months old, maybe 3 months old. And I was going upstairs to my friend's house, and the detectives come and got me and took me to jail. And when they took me to jail, they took me into this little room, and they had folders on the desk. So they opened the folders. Well, yeah, I know the guys. But again, what they do with their personal life has nothing to do with me. I could see you every day. That don't mean I know your lifestyle. So they were like, well, if you can't help us, then you going to jail. Well, they said that me and my friend was walking at nighttime, pitch black dark. Security so-called flashed the light, and we didn't stop. We went inside. The police came, and when my friend went to the door, they shook their head no. My auntie went to the door, they said no. Then when I went to the door, they like, yeah. So he goes, well, did you have this? And I'm like, have what? I can't tell you to the day, Mississippi, if it was just plastic that he had bought, what was in it. I can't, because I didn't touch it. I said no. They left. 5 days later is when I went to jail for a possession charge of whatever it was. And to this day, I still have nightmares of going to jail. So just
Okay.
imagine
Look,
those that
I can relate to you about nightmares because I still have nightmares of my 8 days.
right, and you do it, and it just imagine what they going through, especially and you being treated unjustly. You know, those guys are sitting there, and I'm like you. I'm not saying everybody up there is totally innocent. Hell, I don't know. I don't even know them. But at the same time, they still deserve fairness. Y'all trying to prove a case about a murder, yeah, that y'all couldn't prove 10 years ago. So how in the hell you gonna do it today? I just pray that they be okay after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Because this is gonna be a long process for somebody and with a mind thing they was already on drugs. God forbid they get in a situation where they can't even cope with society from being done what they was done.
And look at how Lil Rod has definitely became part of the institution, the penal institution.
Exactly, exactly. And everybody wants to say, "Oh, they guilty, they guilty, they guilty." No, but it's not fair to say that. It's everybody in jail is not guilty of doing anything. You got people that done spent 20, 30, 40 years in jail and haven't done not one thing that was illegal. But because thank God Thug and them got the money to do it, the people that's in jail didn't have the means to get the right people to take care of their issues. I had a court
Yeah,
appointed lawyer. Thank God he was decent. They
yeah, you have to get
dismissed it.
you have to get a lawyer that really cares about the job, not about just the
But
money, you know.
exactly, exactly, exactly. And I can tell you, and when people say court appointed lawyers, that's not true. You get some that's really for the people and not for the money. You know, and that I had to do 6 months deferred adjudication on something, Mississippi. I can't tell you to this day if it was really drugs or not. But hell, after going to that dungeon I went to, I was scared. I was a kid, had never been to jail before. I pleaded out, and I should have just went to court, took it to trial.
Yeah, yeah,
But I had a baby,
yeah.
and I still,
You
like I say, can't tell you what that was. It could have been something they took out for cigarette pack and balled up. I never even touched the plastic, not one time.
your DNA wasn't on there, so
Not one time. And they didn't even take it to get fingerprinted or anything. So I know the laws play dirty game when they want you to do what they want you to do.
yeah, yeah.
But like I
You're right.
tell them, I don't work for the police department. So if y'all feel like those guys doing something illegal, guess whose job that is? It's
The
not mine.
police.
It's
It's
your
the police.
job. So if you feel like they doing something illegal, sir, then go over there and get them. Hell, I'm not finna put my life, my family life, or my child life in danger because you think these people selling dope. Go get them. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
But
All
that's all
right.
I want to say. I just pray for they mental, just as well as them coming home safe. And I do believe they gonna come home.
Thank you. Thank you, Monica.
You're
Appreciate you coming
welcome.
up. All
Uh-huh.
righty. All right, Patrick, I'm going to put you on next. Come on, Patrick. Patrick, can you hear me? You waited all this time, Patrick, and now you can't unmute yourself. Patrick, Patrick. There's no court today, guys. There's no court. Court resumes back on Monday. There's no court because they're fixing the audio system in the courtroom. Patrick, I'm gonna boot you off. See if you come back in. All right, guys. I'm waiting for the folks to come back in because they got booted because they got stuck. They can't even get into their system. Hey, everybody that's coming in. I was letting folks come in to just have their say in regard to what I mentioned earlier, as far as that this is all this is the setup is real and there's no mistake about it. We know based on the information because first of all, the supposedly crimes was done years ago. There's statute of limitation on some of the crimes. But the hold on, they go Lily Tiller. Hello, Lily, how are you?
Hey, good afternoon. How are you? I'm good.
Go ahead, give us your say.
I just want to say really quick that I watch you all the time. I work during the day from home, but I have you on all the time watching. And I had a professor say something to me that stuck out. And they
Mhm.
say our biggest crutch is that we don't read. And
Mm.
I remember that my father said that to me all the time. Whatever you do, make sure you read because people will look at you and assume you're something that you're not because of who you are and your color. And it's very true. Everybody judges a book by its cover. Even if we say we don't, we really do. And they'll never know what's in your mind and your level of education because they can't see that from the outside. And when
Mhm.
they say we don't read, these boys are in court and the system has never been stacked up for us. It's always
Mhm.
been stacked up against us. If you look at every history book, if you look at decades ago from the inception of the court and justice system, it has never been set up for us.
Mhm.
And the only reason still is as genius as he is, and a lot of the lawyers are successful that are representing them as they are is because they know that. So they are
Mhm.
finding those loopholes and they are finding those different things that they know that is there to represent these boys when it comes to the law because they have that mindset. They know, I'm pretty sure they knew going into this that everything was stacked up against them. They knew that they arrested them and initially knew these boys were all guilty. They plastered them across every television screen from Georgia to national news. They were always presumed to be guilty before they even seen a courtroom. So it's not their job to prove they're innocent. It's their job to prove the law in black and white and point out those loopholes. They have a lot stacked up against them, whether they're guilty or not. Everybody has the right to a fair trial and justice. But who's going to give that to them? The crooked judge, the crooked DA, the crooked cops that get up there and lie, the people that don't have any evidence that's trying a case, a RICO, a conspiracy with no evidence, with false evidence, with no witnesses. That's unheard of. But if there's more of us that actually are in there representing us, that are sitting on the bench, unlike Glanfield or whatever his name is or whatever he does, then they will have a better chance, and we will have a better chance, and our children will have a better chance, because there's not a lot of us that's actually supporting us in those positions.
Hmm. Thank you, Lily. Thank you for that. I'm
Thank you.
Angelica, just 1 second. I want to bring up the ones that was here earlier and they got booted off. Cody, go ahead first, and then Atlanta native. Go ahead, Cody.
I just got one question.
Mhm.
Everybody the state calling in is seem like did the crimes to me. If you ask me, everybody the state calling in did the crimes, not
Hmm.
thugging them, and I can't understand it.
Hmm. Good observation on that one. They're the one got the freedom.
Yeah, they the ones got the freedom, and it's like how? Why they not a part of the indictment? That's what I'm trying to understand. Like how they I just don't get it. I don't know.
I think it's because they went to them first and they decided to, hey, let me make a deal so I can be out, you know, give them what they want. And that was Jeffrey.
But so far that everything they talked about, Thug haven't had nothing to do with. But besides saying I'm gonna help pay for my friend lawyer, if I was a rich man and my friends got in legal trouble, I would pay for their lawyers too. It's nothing against that. So I don't understand why they doing it.
And most people would have, if they had friends like that, they would have. And they would help if they were that friend that had the money. Because I know I would, if my friend is in trouble
Right.
and needs some attorney, I would pay for the attorney fee.
But and I
I would. But that doesn't have anything to do with me doing the crime. It's just me wanting to be helped, being a humane person. That's it. But thank you so much, Cody, for your question. And Native, go ahead. It's your turn.
Hey there, Miss Hildy.
Hey,
How you doing? This Nick.
good. I'm good, Nick. How you doing?
Hey, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, highly favored. The thing is, what a lot of people don't understand about Atlanta, like you got a lot of people on the outskirts who's watching this case too. But it's like growing up and you realize things like this, it wasn't like it is now. You know, you got more people watching in on the case. You got more people giving their own opinion. You got people in evil people's ears telling them, hey, do this, do that. And it's all off of greed. This is a racist state we live in already. Atlanta is KKK capital. But besides all that, like people don't understand coming from the lower class. I came from the projects. Like we had to worry about even as kids in the 80s coming outside with the police harassing our parents, harassing us. Like it's been like this. It's just it's being seen now. We got social media. Fannie Willis saying that Atlanta is clean. What about that little girl Courtney who just got killed on her porch on Cleveland Avenue? You know, like
Hey, y'all, hold on a second. Everybody that's not talking, please mute your phone. Please mute your phone. Thank you. Go ahead, Native.
and as everybody should know, money is the root of all evil. So why not go at Thug the way that they did? If Paul Howard let it go, she should have let it go. But it's like it's a grudge being held against that boy. I'm cool with both sides of the family, from Nut to Lil Jeff. But it's just the fact that it's the way that they want to run. If anything, if we could come in as black people, the people who are in Atlanta, you ain't got to be just from Fulton County. You in Georgia, you in any other state, we can come together and protest because these are all dollars they using. This is what people laughing at, and they don't realize they lock them up, lock them up. It's your money what's being paid to them. Every day you get up, you got to go work every day. You get your check short because the state done took out, federal done took out. Like, come on, man. When you die, majority of the people don't even get that money back. So it starts with Governor Kemp. It's way bigger than Thug them right now. Honestly, it's just he's a young black man, and he's got to go through this situation because he's famous, he's a millionaire, and they look at it like that. They tried Tip, but it was federal. You got to look at it from those point of views, because at the same time, you got the wrong guys around you too. When you got the wrong guys around you, you are gonna be the tree. They just the branches on your tree. So like that's what we got to take in. We got to come together as one, as a family. All black people stop holding grudges, stop being evil towards each other, and stand up for each other. The same way as Nut family, we got to stand up for them too. But it's all money being used. What they're not speaking on. It's all money. That's all money. They taking their time going on lunch break. That's all money, y'all. So that's the thing to think about. It's really not about them. It's about you. Just being real. Atlanta Public School. Tell me when the last time you seen your kids write in cursive. But you take them on the outskirts, they teaching those other kids how to write in cursive. Come on, man. Let's be for real. So for real, Miss Sylvia, it's time for us to come together as a family. And we need to protest these people out because they only worried about themselves. It's all about greed right now. What DA supposed to make over $2 million a year, and you ain't did nothing? Come on, man. That's why I'm just sitting back in the bush, just sucking up what I can. I say what I say, but I done got tired of watching it because it's like God leading me in a whole nother direction because it's wrong what they doing. And who want to have this evil spirit to keep talking on these people every day? No, I don't want to die like that. To hold a grudge against a person because it's the way that court is, the way that court is making me hold grudges against people, hate people. God said, don't hate nobody. Don't hold a grudge against nobody. You can dislike what they do, but it's making them hate them. So that's all I got to say, Miss Sylvia. And I love you, baby. And you keep doing what you're doing. God
Love you
watching
too.
over you too.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right.
All right. Angelica. That's my
Hey,
name.
Miss Sylvia.
Hey, honey.
You said it right the first time, Angelica. So,
Angelica.
so my thing is, let's just take Thug them out the equation, and let's just look at the state as a whole. From Atlanta, from Fulton County, I am. They're complacent. This is something that has been going on probably for centuries. The corruptness, and it's sad that uh, Love and Hilton sit there and they laugh, and then you have Giggles who's laughing, and everyone is so depressed there, even the attorneys. And I've been watching.
Oh, your phone went out. Angelica, your
I
phone
hear
went out.
other, I hear other defense attorneys getting on channels talking about how they're ready to quit their job because it's the government at this point. It's corruption as a whole at this point, and all money's not good money, and those attorneys are pretty much getting paid pretty good money, but it's mere change when you're fighting the challenges that they're fighting. Stress over money, I wouldn't choose it, and they're aging. Everyone there is aging so fast, and it's just sad that we as the people have to sit here and witness this inhumanely unethical cluster F, pardon my French, because it's ridiculous and no accountability is being held on any parts. It's making us say, when is this going to happen to me, or how can they approach me with this? Because it's crazy. It's unheard of, and I'm just over it. Like yesterday, Miss Sylvia, I went home with the worst headache after watching that trial. It's like Steele said, I'm being hit in the head with a baseball bat with a bag over my head. And he is. And they're prosecution and the judge, you laugh about everything. You laugh about the fact that defense and prosecution are at odds with each other. He doesn't want to talk to you right now. You're talking about some people facing life, and you're worried about who wants to talk to who, and it's just unreal. And to be frankly honest, I moved from Fulton County because um, Merchant made a great point. You know, she had to move the Cobb, and this is no, this isn't. I'm throwing no salt, no shade, but we have to do better as Black people. I've lived in Fulton County all my life. I've been carjacked 5 times. I've been carjacked at gunpoint. I've been carjacked, and they've tried to hit me from stopping them, run me over with my car by my own people. Like, at some point we got to stop taking from each other. Everything else has already been taken from us. We have to put into some kind. I mean, I'm not saying these guys did these crimes, but every crime that I heard, I felt how I felt when I was a victim. And some of these women were women. You know, at what point do we say enough is enough? Um, and that's pretty much what I have to say. It's just disgraceful. It's distasteful, and the fact that they're playing in our face with everything. A lot of stuff that shouldn't be admitted is being admitted. You know, and it's just sickening.
Thank you, Angelica. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Have a good one. CT Benny, unmute.
Hello, Sylvia.
Hi.
Thanks for allowing me on your platform, and thank you for everything, all the good works that you do. Um, and can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I just muted
Okay.
myself so I don't make noise in the background.
Yeah, but it never ceases to amaze me when I hear my people. Although my camera isn't on, you can't see my handsome black face. I am a black man. Um, never cease to amaze me when I hear my people just say, "Well, you shouldn't do crime if you're gonna." You didn't worry about going to jail, and this is nothing short of slavery to me. And when people say that, I say you act like this country's been so good to us, and our rights been violated since slavery, and it's just continuing. They just find different ways um, to do this, but the prosecution every time Love makes her argument is always, well, we believe, but it was when the defense was saying yesterday that it's like they're making it up as they go. Like they're not dealing with facts or laws. They just saying we believe, and then the judges allowing stuff in. But I think I recognize at the end of yesterday's court date, even the judge kind of like, I think she called like a brief soft spot. Like I think it was even wearing her out because she knows the evil that she represents. But I'm praying for those gentlemen, and I just hope they get a fair trial, even though it doesn't look like it. But it's even becoming hard for me to even talk about because it's hurtful. But that's all I wanted to say. I'm just, it's wearing me out to watch. It's hard to watch. But thank you again for letting me speak.
Thank you, CT Benny. I appreciate.
Yeah.
Paige.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Miss Sylvia. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you, Paige.
I just wanted to just share a couple of thoughts. Number one, we live in the land of the free and the modern day slave. Um, Number two, um, there is liberty and there is justice for some. And what we see playing out is why Colin Kaepernick, I don't know if anybody remembers, but why Colin Kaepernick, chose to take a knee and not stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And Um, you know, what we're seeing is why um, Dr. Martin Luther King marched, and all of the those that were martyred. Um, but I will have to say that one huge issue is that we as a people, we are uninformed. And I'll just use this as an example, and I hope nobody is offended because that's not my intention. But we have a large vast of African Americans who is turning and to, I'll just say, vote Republican in this year's election.
We can't hear you, Mike. I mean, on Page. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. We missed the whole part that you said. There are quite a few African American. You said, and that's where
Yeah,
I stopped.
yeah. I'm sorry. There's quite a few African Americans who are turning, and I'll just say going to either not vote or going to vote Republican. I'll just leave it at that. And I'm not trying to offend anybody in this election. And I saw a gentleman going around interviewing African.
You just went out again. You saw a gentleman interviewing African American, and then you stopped. He must have got a call. Yeah, he must have got a call because he's gone. I don't hear him anymore. Dang.
Hello?
We don't hear you. We don't hear you. You must have got a call because we missed out everything you said.
Okay, what about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. But there's a lot of African Americans who are voting for Trump because I quote, because Trump is, he handed out the stimulus checks. He dropped a bag in the hood, and he's going to drop another bag in the hood. We are uninformed because Trump was against that, and he's not the one that did that. And if we think that he's going to have the audacity to hand out money after he gets in office, when he's not going to be able to run again, this is his last go around, then we are foolish. And I said that to say we are uninformed by some of the things that are happening, and it takes people like you, Miss Sylvia, who is internally kind of seeing what's going on, because perception is reality. And when we don't truly tap into what's really real, like, let's kick the ballistics. I feel like that, Young Thug and some of these gentlemen are guilty of some.
You went out again. You went out. Paige?
I'm sorry, my phone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, when people call you, it goes out.
Okay.
Or if you go to if
Um,
you the app, it goes out. You said that
but
they
if
are.
but if I feel like that, Young Thug and some of these gentlemen are guilty of some things, but do I feel like that they, said, hey, well, we're just going to go out and rob and do all these things and put our money together to further the enterprise like the state is putting together? Absolutely not. I know young men who sell drugs and sell Percocets, and they hang out with their homeboys, but we as a people, we tend to be a selfish people. So I just don't believe that to be the case. And if I was a juror, and I'll leave it at this: if I was a juror and I heard the state's key witness, well, how do I know it's the state's key witness? Because I have not been sequestered, and it's going to be something that popping up on my phone sooner or later, especially if I'm an iPhone holder. Something's going to pop up on my phone about what's going on with the case, and it's going to lead me to be interested and intrigued. And when I find out that the key witness is saying that he just lied on these boys, whether he's telling the truth or not, that's going to create reasonable doubt. So the system is broken. Those that are running the system is broken, and those that are on the side that's trying to say they're guilty or not guilty, they're all broken. We're all broken, and we have to knowing that um, one day it'll all be revealed. And I'll close with saying this, Miss Sylvia. I know that you are in the storm right now, and I put it a couple times in the chat. Don't know if you saw it, but I want you to hear it from me. I'm a pastor, and that's totally irrelevant to what we're doing. But the weapon can be formed. The weapon has been formed, but that doesn't mean it's going to prosper. And you have to continue to fight the good fight and just allow, God to lead you. And as long as you do that, and you try to do things the right way, no matter what happens, it's going to work out. It's all going to come out in the wash. So that's all I wanted to say. God bless everybody under the sound of my voice.
Thank you. Thank you, Paige. I appreciate it. Black Butterfly.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Miss Sylvia. Thank you for allowing me to have a voice on your show. Um, it was I had just two things, and I'm not going to take long. Um, do you remember in the beginning, when they had the interrogation? I think it was one was DK, and I think more closer to the present was Woody's, and I can't remember if they played the one with Woody yet. I may have just seen it on TV when they offered to wear a wire in order to get out of jail. So I don't know if you remember that or not, but I'm positive that those are two occasions. If it could have happened other than that, that I've heard people that they've arrested to offer that. So what? So if they're coming out exactly saying that directly to the detectives, it makes me think that they feel like that's a bargaining tool so that they don't get arrested. So what I'm saying is that it might be a stretch, but I'm wondering, is there any way they can, is that, would that be considered like any type of entrapment, or like they somehow or the other, these guys, it sounds like they're baiting them when on these wiretaps. It doesn't seem like it's always general conversation. The one that was on the jail call, that didn't seem too much like baiting. But there are a lot of them that it does. And I'm just thinking that some of this stuff was just, it was all up, it wasn't just like they just generally chose those two occasions or two people to do it. It just seems like when they are doing the wiretap, even some of the jail calls, it really sounds like there's baiting going on. And that these guys, I mean, and it just were being I would say, they just as guilty or more. And it's just a lot of disloyalty among their um among their friends, which I guess that's already established, but I just wanted to bring out that point. And my other point is that I know that like these last couple of days listening to what the state is, trying to make out of these phone calls, but they don't have the foundation. They don't have anything that really, if they can bring it up, but I believe that um it can be debunked on the defense side. And I always remember like what Brian Steele said somewhere towards the middle to the beginning when he told Glanville, he's like, I'm left to clean all of this mess up. So I just say don't people that sometimes I get down to, I'm like, oh, that sound bad, but we don't know what the defense is going to be. And most of the time, and to me, I can't remember one time that they've had one person up there that they haven't debunked. Like, so I believe in this defense team, and I believe that Doug is going to come home. Doug and the rest of those guys are going to come home. It's a shame that they have to go through this, but I do believe that because they don't have enough foundation, they don't, some of them, they don't even know the names of these people. They don't even know the language that they speak. And even when the one time you said, when Stillwell said, well, they said, the guy said, Stillwell said he's going to lay low. And I remember they were saying, oh, lay low means they're going to, get out of the way of crime or something like that. But in that case, when he was saying it, it was like as if like, oh yeah, like he's out, he's at his family's house chilling out, So I don't know. It's like they just keep trying to twist. But I think that it's just a matter of the defense having to clean all the mess up. And that's all I had to say.
Thank you, Black Butterfly. Cody, you're black.
I'm sorry, I had to come back because I had one more question, Miss
Okay.
Sylvia. Uh, why nobody from the Supreme Court is just like, let's stop this case and retrial it again because it's causing a lot of commotion. Like, I don't. Can you tell me, please?
Um, I can't give you that answer because I really don't know. I really don't know.
Because they
I
is
know.
paying attention to this case and they see what's going on. So, like, I just don't understand why they not stopping it.
But one of the things I do know that if they don't get a certificate from that particular judge, it can't go to the Supreme Court until the case is actually over. So Judge Whitaker has, knocked down the request from Mr. Weinstein for a certificate. So that's one of the reasons why they're not going to step in until the actual case is over in appeal time. Does that answer your question, Cody? All right, Cody, we miss Cody now. Okay, Lily, you're back.
Yes, I was. It's funny he said that because I was just getting ready to speak on that because as we're listening to Whitaker, how she's coaching the state in every little thing that they're doing, we are actually getting a front row seat of her helping them clean up their mistake. If we look at all the plea deals, if we're looking at all the black and white, the paper trail of the state, I don't know in any case, and I do read a lot of case laws and different things because I love law. If you read it in a plea deal, it's like they gave all of these guys a plea deal to say, hey, whatever you say, just make sure I don't know what you're gonna say, but it's like they went in it thinking that they were just gonna throw Thug under the bus. Whatever you say, just make sure you say something so damaging to Thug, throw him under the bus. Go ahead and sign this plea deal. We'll give you 16 years of probation. We'll let you out of jail now. We'll do this, we'll do that, knowing they knew all along that all of these different crimes that these individuals did themselves. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and get out with probation. I'm gonna let you go ahead and have a bond. I'm gonna do all of this on the hopes and dreams that whatever you say when I put you on that stand, you're gonna side with me and do what I need you to do. Not realizing that when they got on that stand, they didn't do that. They didn't do any of that. A lot of stuff they did was a little damaging, but not really. They didn't corroborate anything. They didn't do any of what the state needed them to do. So now they're doing these cleanup tactics of, well, let's go ahead and get these videos in. Let's go ahead and let me put the whole plea deal in. You can't put someone's signed plea deal in, just throw it in there as evidence unless you're using it for a specific reason. And she should know that as a DA. You really should know that. And the fact that you don't.
You just went out, Lily.
Uh, am I
Oh,
back? Sorry.
yes. The fact that you don't, that was your last word.
The fact that you don't know how to articulate the law and what you're doing and the judge has to help you says a lot. Says a lot. Nobody got up there and did anything that they were hoping that the state was hoping that they would do. And that was implicate and say, Thug told me to do this. Thug asked me to do that. Thug instructed us to do this. Thug gave us this. None of them have done that. And even the evidence that they have, when we really think about it, I'm actually okay with them letting all of this in because it makes the state look bad. It really makes them look bad. Because even with all of the recordings, nothing on the recordings is still saying, well, Thug had us, or we did this and gave the money to him. We did these crimes in furtherance of YSL and gave it to him. And this is what none of that, all of the evidence they're letting in, it still, none of that is proving the opposite of their case. And she's just too dumb to even realize that. And it's like, where did you go to law school? And what bar did you pass? And why are you literally okay with all of these cameras watching you allow your judge to coax you on the stand in front of millions of people watching? So now people know you're not credible. You can't even articulate a sentence You're stumbling over your own words. You make no sense, and the whole entire world is watching this. At some point in time, somebody needs to tap her on the shoulder and say, hey, you might need to sit down and shut up. And nobody's doing that. So I'm okay with just go ahead, let it in. Let it in. Keep saying what you want to say. Go ahead. Let her keep coaxing you because everybody's watching this. Everybody's watching this. Everybody gets a front row seat to see this. And it doesn't look bad for the defense, it looks bad for the state. And I think it's going to play out that way in the end for the guys. Whether they're guilty or not, the fact that the state couldn't legally try the case in a professional manner, it's going to look better in the end for them. But that's it. That's all I have.
Thank you, Lily. KJ, welcome.
Hi, this is Keys. Thank you, Miss Sylvia. I
Oh, I'm sorry.
appreciate
I thought it was KJ. I'm sorry. Hey, Key. I thought the I looked like a J. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I love your laugh. Thank you so much. One thing I want to say is I know that Attorney Love was talking a lot about YF and Lucci yesterday, and I wonder if the defense has any wiretaps on them because to me it sounds like Lucci's team to me, it sounds like Lucci's team, they were the aggressors in the situation, and Thug's team was just protecting themselves. I mean, it sounds to me that there's more damaging evidence against Lucci that I'm hoping that the defense be able to use. I'm sure that their phones was also tapped, and that's why he pleaded early because we didn't get to see his evidence come to court in the way that we get to see Thug's evidence play out. But I'm hoping that the defense has access to any wiretaps that Lucci's team had or any other damaging evidence to bring that forward because it sounds like they were the main aggressors in this whole situation. Thug's team was probably laying low, doing whatever they normally do. But of course, if the opposition is coming at me, I need to defend myself. And that's what it really boils down to. And so I think that the defense team will make that argument and make that case as well. And then also, like Steele said, when it comes to the verdict decision, if not all of those people on the jury are going to find them guilty at all of the overt acts. And so I think he said if they find them guilty for one overt act and it's 5 years or more, then they can't find them guilty of the RICO. So I'm curious to see how that all plays out, which would mean that all of the guys would walk as well. So I think the defense has a different few strategies to pull that would make Thug and the guys walk free. They just haven't revealed it, obviously, because it's not their case in chief, and they don't want to reveal their strategy. But I think these sessions that are happening in court now is really helpful for the defense to continue to build and tailor their case in chief, and also we can see how the state is changing their strategy mid trial. That's why Love can't articulately speak to the evidence that she's presenting because I can imagine they're constantly changing their strategy. They're constantly changing what they assume to be true, and what they're alleging. And that's why she's not able to speak eloquently about what her case in chief is and what evidence is being presented and why, because they're flip-flopping in the middle of trial. They're changing their strategy. They're trying to one up the defense. And so I think that goes into it as well. Thank you.
No, Key, that is excellent observation because you're right. They are changing their strategy. They're changing what they're saying and doing things differently and trying to figure out what will stick for them because a lot of stuff that they're saying and doing is falling apart. So they got to come back and try to figure out what angle that they're going to come at because some of the stuff that they're putting out is not actual fact. It's all speculation and a narrative that's being portrayed.
Yep.
And it's not fitting all the pieces right now.
Exactly. And they can't, they don't know what the defense is gonna present. That's why Love gets so anxious whenever Steele presents his discovery early, like what he's doing with Woody. She gets so heated up and anxious. Well, this jail call's not wasn't transferred over to me correctly, this and that. She gets so anxious because she's changing her strategy based on what the defense presents, but she doesn't have the defense information. She doesn't have their discovery. And so I think that's a lot of her emotions being exposed. She's trying to build her case based on what the defense is going to rebut or combat, and she doesn't have that leverage because they're unorganized, and again, they don't have a streamlined case to present in their case in chief. So I think we're going to see a drastic shift when the defense presents their case. My only concern is I hope as much grace and latitude that the judge is showing to the state, she also shows that to the defense when it's their case in chief. And I think we also have to keep in mind when we are in trial, she actually sustains a lot of the defense objections.
Yeah, she does.
She does. And so I think that's
Way
why
more than Glanville did.
way more than Glanville. That's why I think like the evidence coming in, I mean, is hurtful, is hard to watch this week, but when we are actually in trial, she does sustain a lot of their objections. And I think that's something we should all keep in mind as well. Like when it's go time, she really is, I think, being pretty fair about that.
I agree. But the other thing I wanted to key right before you get off, because I got two people waiting on the side here. I wanted to bring up about how when you were just saying about her coming out with a different strategy, why is she holding that little ace about Steele bringing that back into it when Judge Glanville already handled it? He told them not to bring Steele name involvement in these things, and she's still trying to get it in there, saying he was the attorney for some of these other ones, but that doesn't put him as a conspiracy as an attorney in this. He was just asked to come in and do the appeals for these people's cases.
Right. And I think that's because I saw something online yesterday where somebody said on Twitter, when they were doing the wiretap listening, like, do you think really the state, I guess by law, the state has to stop listening to the wiretaps when the person is talking to an attorney? And so the question then becomes, do we really think that the state stopped listening to these guys' phones when they were talking to legal counsel? And so she may know more information, but she can't speak on it. Maybe there was something that was exposed in the wiretap where obviously the state can't bring up this information because by law they can't listen to privileged information. And so she's trying to find a way to backdoor and get around that and bring Steele into the conspiracy. But she's walking a thin line. You can't, we know playing these games with lawyers is a thin line. Like you get bar complaints and all of that. So I highly doubt that Whitaker would agree with anything that implicates Steele coming up in this trial. Whitaker is not going to go for that, and it could be something that was revealed in a wiretap that she just can't, like Love can't introduce it because by law that's just not legal.
And then that'll be dirty dirty prosecutional work. That would
Exactly.
be dirty. But thank you.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there's more prosecutorial misconduct along the way. The evidence is too large for them to do this clean.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Keys. Mr. Johnson, welcome.
Hey, Miss Sylvia.
Hey.
How you been?
Wonderful. How you doing, Pastor?
I am doing blessed to be alive. My brother's in a law firm now. I've been helping him out, so he is now actually in the law firm now. And of course, I brought my house, so I've been moving and stuff like that. So, but I've been peeping my head in and out. Um, it has made me. I feel like I'm an attorney. Um, this case has really made me And being I'm a general contractor and I do a lot of things, I was kidding with my brother. I said, man, I think I just want to just drop everything and be an attorney now. And I think the reason why I was joking with him and I said it might have some seriousness to it is because I can't believe this is the justice.
Okay, we lost him with the communication. We
Um,
lost you for a minute.
that we have right now at this stage. This is a big deal to Georgia, but for everybody else, okay, for everybody else, this is how it is around the globe in every state. We just looking at the bare minimum of what they can do and what they will do. To us getting locked up for traffic and all this and that other type of stuff, and even if we did something criminally, we thinking we gonna go to court, we gonna get out, we gonna get a bail, we gonna get sentenced, or whatever the situation may be. We never looked at how judges are biased and how the DA and them they will do anything and everything to get wins. I mean, we know that's a part of their job to prosecute whatever case that there possibly can be, okay? But it has made me sick to my stomach that we can manipulate evidence, we can assume evidence, we can have the assumption of evidence, we can argue without the proof. All right. I've heard Love sit up there, go rebuttal and rebuttal. Well, this is what they're trying to say. Like Adam said yesterday, we don't know what is in Moot Funk's head or whatever the situation may be. Like Harvey said, he got pissed. I got pissed because she was rambling. And I'm like, really? This is what justice is? Just because it's a RICO? Just because they brought it to a grand jury? I can sit here and say, this is what I think, and say, oh, I want to prove it. Not I have the proof, okay? And I will show it to the 12 jurors. I will show it to the co-defendants' lawyers. And it's your job to get them out of this. We got a lot of assumptions that's going on. It's like a fairy tale. It's like me and you writing a movie script and see who is going to act it out, who's going to be the best actors. I just can't believe that we've been so oblivious to this. So, Miss Sylvia, I say it all the time when you get your kudos, because, Miss Sylvia, I'm not even going to lie, I wouldn't want that. What is it? What is it called? 402? To be in that courtroom? Is that what it's called? 402? Whatever?
Rule 22.
Can you hear me?
Rule 22. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Y'all, can y'all hear me, Gerald?
Hold on. I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
Okay, someone else has a problem.
I
Thank
can
you,
hear you.
Gerald.
Could you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I heard you.
What is it, 402?
Rule 22.
I wouldn't, Miss Phil. You better be lucky this channel, because I'm about to say something. Miss Sylvia, I give the kudos to you. I don't even know what to say, okay? Because I couldn't do it. So this is definitely for you, okay? I just couldn't. I would be pissed right now, okay? Not because of this is my job, just the injustice. This Judge Glanville 2.0. She's definitely got that name, and I'm gonna stick with it because she's giving this state you helping, loving them. You're finishing conversations. You're finishing thought processes. I don't think this is what she was trying to say. Ain't you supposed to be an impartial judge? How are you going to constantly continue to keep saying and rebuttaling what another person is thinking or what they're trying to say? So she ain't doing no more. At least Glanville would just say, no, nah, not letting it in. Then she letting the state get any and everything that they want. Like the young lady said, I hope it's going to be when it come down to Stills and them that they is. But I'm happy that Harvey got up there, got mad, got frustrated. I want to start seeing some motion roll. We're going through all this evidence right now. This stuff should have been handled. Where's the righteousness in this, like, late evidence and et cetera, the speedy trial? Like, no, you can't listen. You couldn't tell me. I don't know who on this call from Georgia, but I'm going to let you know right now, I wouldn't live down Georgia. I don't care what no one will say. Because me being a taxpaying citizen, I don't even understand how they can sit back and even want to waste their money on something like this. But I guess they feel as though it's not important to them. So like I said, it's been burning me, like thoroughly boiling me. You feel me? On how she's reacting. And she's still going on with her shenanigans. I'm about to get off into what you call them. Look at her facial expressions. She's starting, she knowing she can do it now with the judge. So she's trying to slick it in like she was doing with Glanville with her argument. She's trying to slick it on in and constantly keep talking and cutting off people.
Okay, Pastor, could you bring it on in now?
Yeah.
Because
So
you know how you get.
yeah, this judge, listen, I don't know if she looking and I don't know if she can. I don't know if the state can and none of this and that. You know my thing. I hope they lose. I hope they lose gracefully. Okay. Just on negligence. Okay. I'm praying for a hope and a win and a lose. That's my time.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, y'all. Me and Pastor got this agreement that he can't stay on here like and preach all day. Thank you, Pastor. But okay, stay out the way next, and then Mr. Gerald Jackson, my favorite YouTuber. Go ahead. Stay out the way.
All right, I'm not gonna be long-winded. I just wanted to say that if Steele asked Woody the right questions on cross-examination, Woody can bust the state's whole game up. Because if Steele can lead him in a way to ask him without asking him about what happened in the ex parte meeting, and then Woody just go full in on it on what actually happened, that's gonna bust the state's whole game up. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Stay out the way.
No problem. Appreciate you. Oh, and I love your channel, so I wanted to say that too. So that's what's up. Appreciate it.
All right, have a good one. Mr. Jackson, how
Miss
are you?
Sylvia.
You know I watch you all the time, right?
You do? Oh my gosh, I did not know, but I watch you too, and I love you so much.
I love you too.
Yes, I just want to say to you, Miss Sylvia, you do a great job. I love watching your streams, and I just want to say to you, keep up the good work. Don't let the devil come in and try to steal your joy, because they do. Small bloggers like myself, what they're doing to you, they try to shut us down. They try to get our monetization shut down. These are the things that they do, but God gonna give it all back to you. So I just want to say that. But on the other hand, I want to say that this trial is so crazy. I cover a lot of criminal trials myself here in North Carolina. And I just do want to remind the people that, you know, a lot of times when we watch criminal trials, can you hear me, Miss Sylvia? Oh, she got to be okay.
Yes, I can.
A lot of times, a lot of times, Miss Sylvia, when we watching, and to the viewers, when we watching criminal trials, you know, a lot of people don't understand that there are two types of evidence, right? You have something that's called direct evidence, and you have something that's called circumstantial evidence, which is mainly what the state and Fulton County is trying against the YSL, because they don't have physical evidence. And that's why prosecutors resort to circumstantial evidence. It's kind of like if you at a basketball court and it's just you and another person out there playing basketball, right? And a person you was playing basketball with gets shot and killed, right? And nobody's around, nobody's seeing anything. So they pull the cell phone towers, find a phone that's been in that area, call the phone company, get that number, find out who the person that owns that number, all of these ISP, IMEI tracking information to find out who was in that area. They get you, they talk to you, find out what's going on. They try to see what you did after the alleged shooting. And once they get all that information together, put in an affidavit, go to court, get a warrant for your arrest, put you on trial, and prove to the jury that, hey, although we don't have this person literally shooting and killing this person, but they was there at the time of the shooting. We got phone records to prove that, you know, they did this afterwards. And they try to convince the jury that these people did this. And that's kind of what it is with these little phone calls and stuff. They're trying to build a case and try to put in a lot of information to show the jury that, hey, places, times, different type of things like that to try to get a conviction, because they don't have no evidence. You know what I'm saying? They don't have anything. And that's what they're using, circumstantial evidence. So the judge is allowing the state to make their case because they have the burden of proof. The defense don't have to prove nothing. But the state is going to get a lot of more leeway because they are the only person who can bring a case before the court. A judge can't even just say, hey, I'm gonna charge you. You know what I'm saying? The state is the only people who can bring a case before the court, and the judge supposed to be the referee to listen to the facts and evidence. But judges are more typically going to rule in favor of the prosecutors simply because they have to have enough leeway to prove their case. You get what I'm saying? But with this is when you want an attorney like Mr. Steele. You know what I'm saying? You will want an attorney like him because he's very good in litigating cases, And I just really honestly think that if they do lose this case because of circumstantial evidence, I do believe that they will win on appeal. And the only way, Miss Sylvia, they gonna get this case a mistrial. And I'm kind of scared to say it, to give the idea, because I don't know if Judge Whitaker gonna probably lock up any of the defense attorneys. But the only way they get a mistrial is if on cross-examination the defense get up there and talk about Glanville and what he did in that chambers, although the judge has said not to. But she also ruled a couple of weeks ago that they could explore that when it was their time to cross and Mr. Woody. But then she all of a sudden changed her, and that's another thing I feel about her. She's forgetful. You know what I'm saying? It feels like that, she either be drinking some wine or something, but it's like she forgetful, like she don't remember the things that she said, and you just got on the case. So that's all I got to say about that. I just and then for Woody, he's funny. And my thing was with when the courts came back, Miss Sylvia, and they asked, we're going to ask the jury if they can forget, Woody and the stuff that he said, but it was only a portion that they asked the jury if they could forget. So when they didn't stand up, I kind of felt like, well, I mean, he only testified a little bit that day or whatever. So it really wasn't much you could remember. But then again, on the other side, I was like, how can you forget Woody? He's impressionable. He's the talk of the trial, But then again, I also think he do a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? People, go and testify all the time without criminal defense attorneys or attorneys, by their side. And, when he learned about the information with Mr. Melnick, I just felt like, bro, you could have still testified. Let's get this trial on the road. Like, these people got families. I mean, let's go on and get this over with. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. I just think that the case should have been thrown out, especially with the ex parte meetings. In the 8 years that I've been blogging and covering criminal trials and being in the court system myself, I have never seen a judge meet with a sworn witness. And I think that's what a lot of people, try to get it confused. This was a sworn witness. This wasn't just a witness that the state was calling and had not been sworn in yet. This was someone that was already sworn in, that said he wasn't going to testify. Then come back Monday, all of a sudden he's going to testify. I mean, I just felt like that, it was coercion. And for the judge to say that the information that they gave Woody was just incorrect information, but that all plays into how a person make a decision about something, the information that you give them. And a judge and a prosecutor telling him information, that was incorrect, persuaded his testimony. And I just think she wants to try the case, whatever, for whatever reason. But at the end of the day, Black people go through this every day. Somebody that's a Black man, a Black woman going through the same thing that Young Thug and all these other defendants are going through, and I just pray for them, because just imagine sitting in trial and hearing that you got over 700 witnesses against you. You know what I'm saying? And every day you go to trial, you wake up, and have to, be ready to go to court. You don't know if you going home or if you going to spend the rest of your life in prison, And so I just feel like that. I just really hope that they get out. I don't believe all of them going to be found not guilty. For Thug, I kind of feel like Thug going to walk. I don't know too much about the other ones, because if they're charging him with the gang leader charge and he's telling people stuff, not saying that that's true, but if they're alleging that he's telling people stuff, then how does that fall back on Young Thug? You know what I'm saying? Y'all the one did it. If I tell you go jump off a bridge, you're gonna go jump off a damn bridge. Oh, well, Gerald told me go jump off a damn bridge, but guess what? We caught your ass in the water. We didn't catch Mr. G. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that this case should have been stopped, but I really honestly just feel like that the attorneys also need to be candid with the jury. This is Fulton County. You got black folks on the jury. So don't try to gaslight the jury to make it seem like that they didn't hear something that they hear every day. We know what it means to be up. All of that lingo that Young Thug, not Young Thug, all of that lingo that was in the phone calls, the wiretap calls, bro, every black person that's from the hood, that's from the street, knows somebody that talk like that. Like, you can't sit up here and tell us in our face that we don't know what that means. So I just feel like a lot of times defense attorneys don't know, should I be candid with the jury, or is this something that they're not too much worried about? Let's just keep it real. Yeah, they said that, whatever the case may be, but you also don't want to gaslight them either, because they may not be favorable for you. But it just all depends. And Miss Silver, look at the jury a little bit more. Write down their numbers and tell us.
Wait a minute, Gerald. Come on now. You have not been listening to me. I gave them nicknames. Nicknames. You have
Yeah. I remember. Yeah,
make sure y'all subscribe to my favorite YouTuber. His channel is the baddest blog.
Yes, it's the baddest blogger. Yeah, thank you so much. I just said, peace, Bob, Miss Sylvia. I love you so much. I know how it feels, man. It's a different feeling when you on trial, and and then this is another thing, like the young lady who was sitting beside Mr. Harvey. I don't remember her name, but she made a good point to the judge, like,
Westmoreland,
please don't exercise your patience with the state. And that's all we have been seeing, all I have been seeing since she said that. Like, the judge is still giving the state like room to mess up and get it together, instead of saying, listen, I'm giving you no room to mess up. You keep on. I'm dismissing the case. At some point, I mean, the state is not even prepared. Just imagine, would we be where we are today if Glanville was still on the case? All of these days, a whole week, just about of going through all of this stuff that y'all was going through as you go through witnesses when Glanville was on the stand. So it's like, they unprepared. They're not ready. I've never been to a trial or covered a criminal trial where the state don't have at least 5 witnesses already in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Or, at least 2 or 3 days on the stand. But Mr. Woody has been on the stand too long. Pass him over to the defense and let them, get at it. But I really believe
he's going to be on there along with the defense, because Steele himself is going to a couple of days.
And let me say,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Miss Sylvia. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, and Charge is going to have him on there long. So he's going to be on there for a while. I told them probably until the end of September.
Yeah, oof, Lord. Listen, let me say this. This is go back to what I was saying again. Because every time I look at Mr. Weinstein with all this stuff going on, I'm like, Mr. Weinstein is like, why is this damn trial still going on? God, this don't make no damn sense. Every time I just look at him on the camera, I'm like, Mr. Weinstein fed up with this stuff. But like I said, what do you think? Let me ask you this, Miss Sylvia. Do you think Mr. Steele or any of the defense attorneys will get in trouble for bringing up or questioning Woody about the Glanville stuff, although the judge basically said they could, and then she said they didn't? And I don't think anyone brought up the fact that she said that they could. So if they do bring it up, do you think if they do bring it up, do you think she would say, well, that was an older ruling and I made a new ruling, you wasn't supposed to bring it up and hold them in contempt? Or do you think she'll just declare a mistrial? Because if Miss Loveland has done it plenty of times, they've done stuff that, the courts have told them not to say, and we haven't got any mistrial. And I think even with Whitaker on the stand, they've done things where she's had to, admonish the jury and tell the jury, to disregard that or what have you. I just think it's bullshit.
But you know what, Gerald? I would have to check to see if she put in an order. Because if there is an actual order in there, they won't be able to bring it up.
Right.
If she
Yeah.
doesn't have an order, say she went and said something and didn't put an order in, then that could give them a little bit of a leeway and say yes,
Yeah.
but we don't see an order. So
Right. Yeah. And like I said, just remember, everybody, remember, it's two types of evidence: direct evidence that you don't have to make an inference on. You don't have to say this. You ain't got to build a timeline and show all of this stuff. It's proven. You on camera. You did it. Whereas you have circumstantial evidence where you don't have evidence, but it's like, hey, they was there at this time. This is what they did afterwards, the same day. This is the conversation they had 2 hours after the murder. It talks about gun. So that's what the state is doing. They're using circumstantial. It's a circumstantial case. That's all it is. So just remember that it's all circumstantial. The state is just trying to show the jurors that these people had something to do with this shooting on that day, although we don't have them on video or actually doing it. So thank you, Miss Sylvia. I'm coming back up
thank
here to
you.
talk to you, Simone, now.
Please do, please do.
How's the y'all
I'm just
doing?
like, I was watching him when he was doing Shanquilla's
Oh,
caveman.
thank you.
He was
Yes.
on the ball. Trust me, I was in the bushes just watching. He
Oh,
didn't even
thank
know
you
it.
so much. And I'll be down there in Georgia soon. I think I'm gonna come down there and and do a little covering on it too. I won't be long because I don't actually live there, but probably during the time when they get close to close and argue, if it get that far, but hey, who knows?
Well, I can't wait. I'm excited. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yes, love you. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Prolific.
Miss Sylvia, what's going on?
What's going on with you? I'm still waiting
Man,
on
I'm
my lunch. Let me stop.
I'm hanging in there. I want to say I agree with everything everybody said. I think everybody kind of spot on. But to your first point, when you first got on this morning and was saying, this may be for financial gain, um, I think what you saying was kind of spot on. And even when you look at this trial and the fact that how slow it's moving, it's almost like they're trying to suck the resources from Young Thug with how slow this is moving. And sad to say, I don't think that even if everything came to the light, just like the ex parte, I feel like the judges are already contaminated. I feel like they're compromised. And I still got faith in the jury that the jury is gonna see through the BS and the madness, but I'm almost wanting to question, is the jury, somebody in the jury compromised, not on the good side? Because I do feel like as much time has been off, that there's no way possible the jury hasn't seen something from the public eye and perspective of what we're seeing. And um, on top of the political game, with the guy that was just on that was just saying, I think with the mistrial, I think that's possibly the only way a mistrial get granted if still if somebody go up there and start saying Glenville, Glenville, Glenville when they crossing Woody. But I wanted to ask, I heard what y'all was saying about an order being in place. Now, if they started asking him about, did he feel pressured or so or the other sort of stuff, and he starts going into Glanville in the meeting, do you think the judge will stop him from talking or will let him go ahead and say what he say? Because if Woody takes the stand and implies Glanville instead of the lawyers, is that something that they can stop?
I don't. Well, they could say non, like if they have ask them a question, and they could say unresponsive. The state can argue saying unresponsive if still ask one way, and then he start answering stuff about still Glanville. They can go and say unresponsive type of thing. But if he asks it in a certain way, it's a possibility that nothing would be said.
Okay. And I wanted to know too, from your perspective, I know that when you in the courtroom, as far as the state is concerned, do you kind of, because everybody is seeing that they kind of building the case as they go. The same thing you alluded to earlier, as far as the state is, they really not prepared. They had this case way longer than we even given them 19 or 20 months. This case was on the last guy's desk and he didn't pick it up. So my thing is they been had a lot of this information. So um, in my opinion, if they do are found guilty, do you think well how big and how much evidence this case is that it could get into an appeals kind of fairly quickly?
It depends. I don't know how quick it'll get, but since he is a celebrity, there might be some pushing. I don't know. I don't know. I I won't answer that because I don't know.
All right, I think my last question is from your perspective of being in the courtroom, do you think that the state um I guess what I'm trying to say is I got hope that Steele's them cross is way better than the state, because to me the state is just throwing a whole bunch of stuff out the window and seeing what sticks. And do you have hope that in reality of sitting in the courtroom that the state is kind of concerned about what these guys cross is going to be? Because as of right now, Love kind of just throwing her weight around, and it's like whatever I want in, I'm getting in. It went through Glanville, but now I gotta argue.
You went out. You must have got a call. You went out. Whenever they have a call,
I'm sorry, yeah, my screen blacked out. I said
yeah,
essentially Whitaker's letting everything in.
you just touch your screen once in a while so you won't go out. But go ahead. We missed some of the stuff you were saying. Can you repeat yourself, please?
Yeah, I was saying essentially it seems as Whitaker's letting everything in. And from you sitting in the courtroom, do you kind of, because the state, a lot of this stuff that they're saying is really speculation. They're trying to paint the picture of the story, but they don't really know the story. It's not a straight line. So do you think sitting in the courtroom, do you kind of see that the state is concerned about the cross?
Most definitely. I had to unmute myself. Most definitely, they are concerned about cross.
Okay. I think that's about it. I agree with everything else, but I think it's kind of deflating. Just watching it from the outside, it's very deflating to see what the state is getting away with. But like the last brother just got on here and said, I think we just seen it publicly. And a lot of this has been going on and still going on. But I do think that regardless of what the outcome is, I do think there's gonna be.
His phone went out again.
I'm sorry. I said I do think after this case is over, no matter how which way it goes, I do think it's gonna be a lot of changes and problems that come dealing with Fulton after this.
And you said
And
there'll
one
be problems. And what do you
and
mean
one
by
last
that?
thing, Miss Sylvia, as far as people coming to the trial, have you seen? I know you see Young Scooter certain days, and other celebrities, but I'm like the guy from the other day. Where are the people that's of power in society that's supposed to come out and speak up for justice? Because at the end of the day, these guys may be guilty or innocent, but as far as a fair trial, nobody can say this has been a fair trial.
I agree with you.
So keep the faith, Miss Sylvia. Stay strong up in there, and we stand with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prolific. All right, guys. Anybody else want to come up? I've been on here almost 2 hours, and I was about to go up, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the link one more time if anybody wants to come in, because I don't want to stay here all day. I got stuff to do. Remember, I'm not getting paid, so I got to go find some work. Anybody want to come up? Okay, someone just send me a little link I need to share with you guys on something. Hold on a second. Somebody just send me something and I hold on. Let me see if I can send it off to my YouTube so you guys can hear it. 1 second. Maybe I can play it right here. Listen to this.
To do that. So, with regard to the gang experts, did y'all go back and say to somebody over at APD and in gangs, hey, we need anything there is, even if these detectives are now retired? Well, we had done that before the court ordered us. I know, but then I ordered you to, so did you do it again? Okay, so I ordered you to. We have not inquired a second time, and I apologize to the court. Don't do it again. I will. I pretty clearly told you to do it again. That's what he's reminding me. Yeah. Well, Mr. Atkins, you could have done it. Yes,
yes, Your Honor. I'll go make a phone call now.
Okay.
And can I mention something? It came out during trial, during a motions hearing.
Remember, he got up. Atkins got up to go make a phone call to for him to come back with an answer to the judge, right? And he did not. You see that? And Love told him not to make the phone call after she told him to go ahead and do it. Do you remember that, y'all? Maybe I have to see the video. Hold on a second. Let me send it off to y'all. Hold on. Hold on a second. Yeah, I got to see the video. Let me send it to myself. Hold on a second. Let me just. Monica's back. Camilla. Hey.
Miss Sylvia, I got one quick question. You remember when I told you to go back and look at
Camilla.
is
Hold
that
on a second.
me?
No, let me mute her. Let's Camilla do it. Go ahead.
You remember when I told you to look at that video where Hilton had on that purple outfit?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see her when she gave the signal? Did you go back and look at it? Cause I think her and that judge doing, and I seen it on another channel, where her and that judge is doing signals like her and Glanville was.
I
Okay,
didn't see.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. You remember when Hilton asked, I don't know why I keep wanting to say unloved name, but you remember when Hilton was asking Woody something, and he said, just like I told you in that back room, and the judge heard, she tilted her pen toward the judge, and the judge cut him off, and they went to break instantly.
Uh-huh.
Hilton was asking him something, and he was fixing to get on the back room, and she got the judge to go to break to cut him. She had an ink pen in her hand, and she tilted it toward the judge, and the judge said, we're going to take a little short break.
Okay.
So when you get time, it's that one where she had on that purple, that little clipping I sent you. I don't know if it let you hear it on there, but I know it was at 2 minutes and 50 something. Wherever it is that I showed you, that's where you started at. And you'll see the questioning, and then she tilts her pen and they go to break to get Woody off so he didn't talk about it.
Okay.
And something about the back room.
You might have to send that to me again, because I I get a lot of emails, so I have to send it to me and I'll check it out.
Yeah, and I had seen it on another blogger's page. He said that somebody sent it to him and he played it again. And I said, they talking about the same thing. And she tilting her pen to the judge. Like they say they do signals too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna resend it to you. I'm gonna go on the one I sent you and forward it back to you. And I want you to go back and just pay attention to that little part right there. You might have to go, a little bit further back so you can get into what was questioned, so you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right, Camilla. You muted. I have muted you. Hold on. Yeah, unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Hi.
Yes, blessings to you.
You too, darling.
You know what? I completely had to stop watching this trial because I live in South Carolina, but by way of California. So I was kind of around when Kamala Harris, when she was a DA. And I actually see how they operate, the DAs, how they operate in the courtroom. They are doing exactly the same thing. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. But me personally, I think they're trying to break Thug. I think they're moving things around in Atlanta, just like they're doing out here in South Carolina, in Charleston. I think Thug was a good guy. He was starting to be a good guy and starting to buy up stuff and do things. And they seen that. They seen that. So they're trying to break him down. They're trying to take his assets. I'm telling you, it's bigger than what we think it is. But it's trash. The whole trial is trash. And I'm like, I can't believe this. And people are still trying to figure out, well, why they doing this? Why they doing that? It's only one reason. It's the only reason. And they've been doing this forever. And what we got to do, because I'm running for a seat out here in Carolina. So what we got to start doing as Black people, I'm sorry to say that, but we have to start putting ourselves in higher places. That's the only way this stuff gonna stop. Because I'm telling you, they're going to get they're going to get him. They're going to get him. And it's not because of who he is or they want what he has. They want what he has so they can just spread it all out amongst themselves. I'm telling you, Miss Sylvia, I had to stop watching this trial. I had to, but I still watch you. Yeah. But
Wow.
that's it. That's all I want to say.
And
That's
what
all
seat are you running for?
For council, city council. Yeah. And I live in a small town, but that's where it starts. You know what I'm saying? That's where it starts. I mean, I live in a rural area. We don't even have street lights. That's how serious it is. But you see, now they're starting to build new houses because I live in like a retirement town. So it's like a pit stop between the 95, the 95 and the 30, what is that? The 305 or one of them. But it's like a pit stop. It's like a golf city and lakes. I have a lot of lakes around me. But it's like they're fixing it up now because guess what? They're building houses and more of the Caucasians are moving out there. So it's a game. It's a game they play. So we got to learn to play it with them. We got to play that game with them because they're going to keep on doing it. I'm telling you, they're going to keep on until we rise. We have to rise. We got to come. We got to. We got to. I mean, we can start low. I've been doing this for 2 years. Nobody knew my name. Nobody. I was a nurse, a RN nurse. I had no idea, But when I moved out here, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why are they, why we living like we in the 1800s? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we have to get seats. We have to get seats, no matter how small. We have to get seats because we have to change things. We have to change things. If we don't, they're gonna take it from us. They're gonna take it from us and push us on, keep on pushing us, keep on moving us away. But y'all, you doing a good job, Miss Sylvia, but you can do more. I know you can. You got a voice. I know you do.
Oh
You
my
got a
God.
voice.
Not more than what I'm doing. I feel so like drained now.
I know, sweetie, but we got to do this. We can't just complain. You know what I'm saying? We have to do things. We have to make moves. I got like 500 letters I have to mail off now to people. People don't know me. They don't know who I am, but they gonna know. They gonna know, you know, and then they're buying up all the property. People grandmothers leave them land and they're taking it. You know what I'm saying? They're taking the land and they're building all these new houses and construction, and it's big. It's really, really big. I get in your chat sometime and I put up that Black Power. That be me. I'll be like, come on, y'all, come on, wake up. Wake up. This is big. It's big. It's really big. And I think Jeffrey was about to do some things, you know what I mean, to help our community. And they're not going for that. Nope. Especially for, I think don't you live near, you live in Fulton County, don't you?
No. No.
Oh, okay. Well, I know Fulton County, isn't it the biggest county in Georgia?
Yes, it is.
See? Mm-hmm. I know what's going on. I'm telling you, it's big. It's political. It's political, and this is an easy thing because most of our brothers and sisters, I mean, they're educated, but they're to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent. And so I don't even know a lot. I don't know a lot, but I'm learning. I'm reading. I'm learning. And they are wicked. These people are wicked. I mean, they do some real shady stuff. And it's like, I pray for Jeffrey Williams because I know he's a good man. I know he is. He was young. They were young and foolish. I'm from Compton, California. I know what young and foolish is. You know what I mean? So it's we got to stand. We got to stand, and we got to do something different. We got to do something different. We can't just put our heads down and let this, I'm mad. Do something. Get up and do something. We have to. But that's all. I can go on and on and on. But that's all. I'm watching my grandson. So let me but that's all I want to say. And I love your channel. I love you. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep on letting the people know, because I would know if I didn't happen to run into your channel. But this is some dirt. This is some dirty stuff. And it's deep. It's really deep, you guys. It's deeper than what you think it is. But anyway, that's it, Miss Sylvia.
All right. Thank you, Camilla.
Welcome. Okay.
Right.
Bye-bye.
And good luck.
Okay, thank you.
All
Bye-bye.
right. All righty. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming up. Let me go ahead and say my final little say on this here. If anybody else want to come up before I do my final declaration. There is a lot of information that came across this platform this afternoon, this in regard to some of you guys' thoughts, and your voices have been heard. But just sitting here and listening to this commentary and this panel does not change anything. It's time to mobilize, right? It's time for us to get out there. It's time for us to vote. It's time for us to march. It's time for us to write letters. It's time for us to make sure that your voice is being heard. This entertainment stuff is cool and everything, y'all, but it doesn't change anything. It's just for us to sit around, just listen and be complacent. And that's not what it's all about. It's time for us to get some action behind our words. Action behind our words. Okay. I understand some of my purpose and the work that I understand why the enemy's traveling like so strong. Yeah, I've been through so much that I have nothing else to do but do God's will. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not scared. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of none of them. None of them. No matter what else can they do? They can't do nothing to my soul. They can take my money, which they have. They can take a little bit of my freedom, which they have done that, right? But they can't take away my voice. And they can't take away what little movement we can have. We have to get out there. We have to show up. Somebody put in a chat earlier that we need to show up on Monday and protest. Protest across the street. Don't do it in front, because then they'll find a way to do a RICO or something on us. But we have to mobilize. We have to get out there and vote. Okay. I know people talking about Miss Kramer is not for us and all that, but she's putting out something. Let's challenge her. Let's challenge her. And it's not about, because I don't get into that politics stuff. I don't get into the politics stuff, but I see wrong being done to these young men. And I've talked to even some of the deputies. They even see this is a hot mess. It's a mess, y'all. I don't care how much you think that these people are criminals. It's a hot mess. And you definitely wouldn't want this to happen to you. You definitely wouldn't want you to go through this type of stuff in the court system. It's not fair, period. Has nothing to do with him being a star or famous. Thank God he is a star, because then we wouldn't be able to see some of the stuff, the injustice happening. But like everyone said, it's been happening for a while to our people. It's been happening for a while. And because a lot of people don't have the finances to get out there and do it. We can't just keep sitting here and just being entertained. I'm not here to entertain y'all for no money. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that right now. It's time for us to get going. All right? Do you understand me? Do you understand me, what I'm saying? Monday, we need to get out there on both sides. Both sides of the court system, on Pryor Street, 185 Central, and then 136 Pryor. We need to be across the street. And those, like, I don't care how many of us we can get out there on that at 8:30 that morning to get out there with our signs. This has to stop, guys. This has to stop. We're sitting here, over 1,000 something people was in my chat being entertained. As long as it's not thousands and thousands of people, you don't need a permit. If it's 15 on one side, 15 on another side, with a little bit of signs, that is not against the law. Peaceful protest is our right as citizens of the United States. I'm not asking for thousands and millions of people to obstruct traffic. You don't need that if it's only a couple of people, 15, 20, 30 people on each side. Don't let certain things like that deter you. You know, you understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing. So yeah, we operating out of fear. Everybody's telling us, y'all keep posting the stuff that's like negative. You get what I'm saying? As long as you don't go up there being rude, don't go up there being, if they say move, you move. They just had protests for the Cop City. They just protested with the Cop City situation. As long as they did it peacefully, they're not going to mess with anybody. Now, if you're going up there trying to start arguing with the police officer and all of that craziness, yeah, of course they're going to bother you. But if you have your signs, you peacefully with your signs standing there across the street, not on the side of the court, but across the street, you have the right to do that. You don't need a lot. No, I wasn't I wasn't talking about you, RD, but I'm just saying you have a right to do that. You don't be rude. You hold up your sign and you do a peaceful protest. Here's the deal. Those jurors are going to be coming through those doors. If you're standing across the street and those jurors happen to see those signs from 10, 15 of y'all, that is going to give them a thought, hey, these people, probably need to think about this, because there are people out there who sees the corruption. You can type up corruption, prosecutor misconduct. You put those type of things on the sign. You can put things like the judge was what do you call it? Judge was recused. You can put words like ex parte, things like that in there. You get what I'm saying? That is not witness tampering. That is not witness tampering. How are you going to say it's witness tampering? Injustice? How is that witness tampering? That is not witness tampering. I don't know. I guess you haven't been around with the court system. People have been marching around court system about injustice for a long time. That is not witness. That is not jury tampering. Jury tampering, if you go inside and you start calling that jury and say, hey, listen, that's jury tampering. You have a right as American citizen to do a peaceful protest. That is a right that you have as American citizen. I'm not going to let nobody come in here and tell me what I can't do as American citizen. That is a right. That is a First Amendment right. A peaceful protest. I have no intention of speaking to any jurors. God, people call me, email me. All right. Corruption. You could put corruption. You could put stuff like that. Where's the money? Where's the money for the kids? You could do those type of things. Where's the money for what happened to the money that was allocated for the gang thing that you were supposed to have been doing? Where's that money? What's the Cash App? Oh, my Cash App. I'm sorry, y'all. I was all up in this. Hold on. She says, what's my Cash App? Hold on. Hold on a second. There it is. It go, look at this. Corrupt funding is definitely what does she say? Unpopular. Look at it. Corrupt funding is definitely a serious problem with them. All right, guys, email me if you're interested. If you're interested of being that small number be on one side and the other one be a small number on the other side. We don't need to be 1,000 folks up in the street. We don't need that. We just need a few faithful ones. A few faithful ones. That's all we need. All of a sudden, he said, all of a sudden, y'all want to protest. No, Curtis Snow, that was supposed to have been done last year. Mr. William was trying to get it done before, and folks did not show up. I was there. I was with him. So don't say y'all just deciding to protest. No, I didn't have a voice. I didn't say anything, but I was there for him. Yeah, you can put words like, where are the reports? We don't need a megaphone because we don't want that attention. We don't want that attention. We don't need a megaphone. We don't need to be making noise. We're just gonna do peaceful protest. The signs are gonna do enough. Signs are gonna do enough. Where's the Black Lives Matter? Who said you scared? I'm not scared. I just want to do peaceful protest so that I won't have no reason for them to mess with us. And if they say move, we're gonna move. Check into the cost of putting a billboard. I would help to contribute. A billboard. I don't know anything about that. Anybody want to take on that task? Anybody want to take on that task of the billboard? You can put things like that on there. Could put things like waste of tax dollars. You could put things like that on there. If you guys have had a chance to watch what the other prosecutors in the other counties were saying, that basically this whole RICO thing is a waste of time, waste of taxpayers' dollars. They were saying that from a different county. Hello? Hello? Okay, how many people are willing to be out there? Can you give me a number, guys? Put yes if you're able to be there Monday. I'm waiting for them. Okay, okay. Okay, guys. How many people willing? Give me a 1 if you're able. 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 Listen, and I see all the messages that people putting in here. I see all the messages of Sylvia, don't do it because that's gonna ruin your Rule 22. I see all that kind of messages, right? The Rule 22 allows me to record inside the courtroom. Recording outside the courtroom, outside in the street, that has nothing to do with Rule 22. That is outside in the street. No one can give me permission or not give me permission to show the news what's going on the outside. Okay, those two are two and separate situation. Okay, those are two and separate situation. That has nothing to do with what's going on inside the courtroom. Has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with Rule 22. I know, and and you guys are concerned about what's going. Yeah, y'all watch Law and Crime. Law and Crime's on is on there anyway. Law and Crime comes on there. Y'all still be able to see it if something drastic like that happened. Y'all still be able to see it on Law and Crime. Y'all watch it anyway. I'm not gonna sit around here and be afraid. I'm not gonna do that, y'all. I'm not gonna do that. Everything that could happen to me has happened. Okay, I'm talking about everything that could happen to me has happened. Everything that could happen has happened. You'll still be able to watch Law and Crime if the Rule 22 gets affected. Am I going to hold up from seeing the injustice just because I want to sit in the courtroom, not get paid anyway? Come on now, y'all. There it is right there. Owl. Owl said, did these people forget Karen Reed? The biggest protester was sitting in trial recording every day. It's the guy called Turtle Boy. Thank you, Owl now. Thank you. People walk around here walking fear. I'm not fearful, guys. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not fearful. What can man do? Man cannot do anything unless God allows it. If God allows it, it's going to be done regardless, y'all. But I'm not going to sit around here be afraid. I can't. I can't sit around here and be afraid. That's not me. Y'all see me. After I got arrested, what I do? I went right back inside that courtroom. And you notice all the ones that are putting stuff out there because they don't want me to do it. And I'm not that's not my concern. My concern is not a Rule 22. My concern is not a rule. It's not my concern. My concern is to do God's work. That's it. My concern is to do God's work. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. To do God's work. All right. I did get a phone call. I did get a phone call in support of what we're doing. Somebody who's pretty high up, and they're standing right behind me because they heard what I just said on the live. So let me guys know if you're interested. Let me guys know if you're interested. If you're gonna stand with me. It's my constitutional right. It is my constitutional right. I am an American citizen. I am a citizen of the United States of America. A full-fledged citizen. And I have a right to have a peaceful protest. Now, if they tell me to move, I will move. If they tell me don't do it, I will not do it. But I have a right. And I am not fearful. Someone just said that they will supply lunch for 10 people who shows up for the protest. So y'all, 10 folks that shows up for the for the protest, you guys got lunch. Somebody's gonna supply your lunch. Okay? Even if it's 5 people on one side, 5 people on the other side. I just got a message just now. It says here in Karen Reed's protests, the protest up here for Karen Reed was hugely successful, and they got so big. The permit in all towns were granted. It will be effective. They did it for Karen Reed. Why not do it for this case? Because you guys seen the messed up case. See, okay, these are the words that we can put on these signs that we have. We have fair trial or no trial, Brady violation, prosecutional misconduct, judge role is the call ball, strikes and not help state, backroom meeting, ex parte. Though you could put those type of things on the sign. All right, guys. What time? We should do it early. 7 a.m. Is that too early for some of you guys? Coercion and enticement. Who says coercion and enticement? US 8. Hold on a second. What's that one? Practicing of law by justice. Practice of law by justice and judges. It says Section 28 of the United States that prohibits United States justice and judges from practicing law. The section states that any justice or judge who practice law is guilty of a high misdemeanor. The section was last updated on January 1st, 2024. You can find 28 USC 454. Okay. Any justice or judge appointed under the authority of the United States who engaged in practicing the law is guilty of a high misdemeanor. If you do it, you should be done while the court's in session. You don't need some type of permit to do protests. No, because I've seen the Cop City, they were protesting while they were upstairs in the courtroom. And they didn't do anything to them as long as they was out there. I've been seeing them protesting out there, even with the Trump. Remember when Trump was first indicted? They were protesting out there as well. They were protesting. They were protesting. I just never seen anybody protesting for these guys. But Trump, they had protesters. The Cop City had protesters. Don't I have a luncheon to attend today? Let me call her, see if she's prepared. Hold on a second. We hadn't talked. Let me see if she's available. If we was having lunch, it's too late now. Okay, is this are y'all trying to see if this is my Cash App? I see a bunch of dollars being sent, $1. Are y'all testing this see if this is my Cash App? I see a bunch of dollars, $1. Okay, Diva, I got your $1. JJ, I got your $1. John, I got your $1. Okay, is this for y'all to say this is okay? Thank you, Tosh. Thank you for the blessing, Shalonda. Thank you. But the ones that send $1, y'all trying to test to see if it's my Cash App. It is my Cash App. PayPal. Hold on a second. Let me see PayPal. Did y'all hear RD? RD says she will pay for 10 people who comes out with the who comes out with she says she'll pay for those who comes out with their signs. She'll pay for your lunch up to 10 people. Okay. Okay, Slim Boss says Sylvia couldn't have been reinstated her money had she listened to me and went and got help from this person. Can't do no more. I won't tell you about Danny Robertson if she couldn't get the job done. Slim Boss, I don't even remember no message from you. Slim Boss.
Here on Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, War, Peace, and the Presidency, Breaking with Convention. I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez as we broadcast from here in Chicago at CAN TV.
Okay, somebody just sent me this. Okay. Sylvia, see if Big Jeff can come out also. Definitely he'll come out. Boy Visual on Cash App. Let's see. Well, I will be with Mr. Jeff in about another few minutes. I'll be going over there. I'll be over there in the next few minutes. All right, guys, I'm about to end this live. Oh, Lord, Melanie, I know y'all not doing that. Oh, my gosh, y'all. Wait a minute. Why don't, oh, Jesus. Y'all already got me in trouble with YouTube. I mean, Cash App. Y'all gonna send a whole bunch of ones, and there's gonna be 800 of you guys send. Oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy. They really gonna shut me down now. I found out your demonetization, Sylvia. Sorry. Sorry to hear that. I hope you get it back. Seems like everybody got problems. I'm homeless in the moment. I'm alive. God bless everyone. Oh, Daniel. Tiffany, I got it. I got the PayPal. Y'all funny. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to go. Oh my God. Oh, you guys are funny. Oh my Lord. Daniel, you're helping by just being here. Thank you. It will begin. All right, Chelsea. Chelsea says, y'all, the other thing we can do, we can also, guys, this is what I need you guys to do. All you guys that have YouTube's, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, IG, all those channels. I need you guys to start putting this out here. Okay. I need you guys, I'm going to send this, post this on my thing. I need you guys to copy this and I need you guys to put it out. Everybody. Okay. Anybody that have social media, we're going to do a digital protest. We're going to do all kinds of protests. We're going to do a digital protest. That one, nobody can stop. That one, everybody can be involved in. Every single one of y'all that's in this chat can be involved in this digital protest. You do your own digital sign and put it on your social media and let it go everywhere. Okay? Digital protests. Digital protest for everyone. Those who can't make it a real life protest, you could do digital protests. Do digital protests. This is what you're going to start putting inside. Do a sign and put it on your social media. Digital protest, okay? Y'all want me to put it on my thing so y'all can okay, let me put it on my what's the name so y'all can put it out on your thing. All right, hold on. Okay, it's not letting me drop it, airdrop it. See you later, Serena. Make sure you guys look at what else Chelsea put in there. Make sure you guys post in your post, and then she'll collectively put it together on the page. Okay. You can put together your own. All right, guys, I'm about to go. I'll see you guys on Big Jeff's channel. I'll be there at 5 o'clock. I see you guys on Big Jeff's channel, okay? So I will be there at 5 o'clock today. All right, guys. Have a great, great evening until 5 o'clock. I'll see you guys there. Gemini, I'm going to call you. All right, guys. What's Big Jeff channel? Hold on. Let me tell you guys it's Big Jeff's channel. Hold on. What is Big Jeff channel, y'all? Come on, help. No. What's it? Okay. What is the channel? Where is it? There it is. Stephanie guide is right there. Click what Stephanie has right here. She just put it in there for you. Hey, Rob. I didn't see you up in here, troublemaker. Where you at? I saw John earlier, but I didn't see you in here. Hey, Rob. My favorite op. Hey, Rob. There it is right there. Anybody just click Stephanie's link to go subscribe to the Tyler, I gotta call you too. All right, I'm about to go because I'm feeling kind of nauseous. Like I gotta eat. You know how it is if I don't eat. I'm feeling kind of like ugh. I gotta go. Gotta go, guys. Those who are serious, email me, please. We don't need a whole bunch of you guys. Just want the ones that's gonna really be out there, even if it's 5 on each side. We just a few dedicated individual, a few dedicated ones. We don't want a mass of nonsense. We want dedicated. You too, peace, perfect peace. Yeah, everybody do their part. We already have a digital. We're gonna do the digital protest. Get your digital protest. Do your own little sign and stuff for your digital protest. Okay? Do what you can. Whatever you can do, do it. Okay? Just don't sit and listen to these commentary and just have a good time. No, just whatever you can do, just do it. Okay? We are a people of action. Okay? How do you do a digital protest? You're gonna have you could do just like the picture that I had. You could do that, and then you do a hashtag. We're gonna hashtag each other. Somebody gonna come up with the hashtag. Could do hashtag. We need something unique that we'll know that's us. Somebody come up with one, and this evening we're gonna discuss it. Our digital protest. Chelsea, do you have one? Chelsea, since Chelsea K is the one that came up with that idea. Do you have a hashtag that we can all utilize for this? Sexy grandmother, I know it's no joke. It is no joke. And I've been feeling, stress does not help when you have diabetes. And I've been stressed for the last couple of days, with the whole YouTube crap. But God is faithful. I just got to be faithful to my body. That's why I sleep now more. But I do feel it. But I need to eat. What's my email? It's sparks1565@gmail.com. I know Lynetta is not asking me my email as long as she's been with me. I know you're not asking me my email. You have diabetes too, ATL? Oh my God, it's no joke, is it? Right now I feel, because I haven't eaten this morning, and my meds too. I got to take my meds. But I'm just feeling kind of but I got to go, y'all, because I'm really starting to feel this. And I'll see you guys later, okay? We're going to talk about it when we come back. I too, my feet are swollen from walking around all night. Oh, I'm so sorry, Daniel. Oh. Daniel, do me a favor. Email me, please. Daniel, email me. Daniel, email me. All right, guys, let me get off of this, and then I will I'm about to hop on Canva and work on my protest sign. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I need to go ahead and eat something. All right, you're welcome, Jackie. I love you guys. Just remember that we can't be fearful. If we be fearful, we're allowing the enemy to overtake. See, the enemy knows what's in me already. That's why he's fighting me so hard, because I ain't scared. I'm not. And people know I'm not scared. Get treatment monthly, and I know importance of self-care. So please be careful. Love you and take care. I will, Mr. Nerd. I will. I will. I will. Y'all email your sign. Y'all email Sylvia your sign so we can see them in all different places. We need to get a hashtag. Is Chelsea still in here? Chelsea, let me go get Chelsea. All right, yeah, I gotta go, and I'll be back later on. Yeah, I am. No Days Off is a channel name, and Stephanie just put the link in. This is for 5:00 today. That is not a defense. If you're in a street gang and another gang kills, oh my God, Robert, later on. I don't want to talk about this right now. I'm gonna go get myself something to eat. Bye, Robert. Guys, I see y'all later. Robert is always coming in here with something. See you guys later. Bye.